Welcome to my statistics students. My name is Dr. Paul Zachlin, and this is Math 1550. Summer 2014, I welcome all of you, and I want to welcome you to Lakeland, and I'm going to try and show you around the Blackboard page and the website for the book, and try to get you comfortable in this introductory video with all the things that you'll be doing this summer as you study statistics. So I'm going to start by logging onto the main Lakeland page and just point out that this BB symbol is your ticket to Blackboard. And most of you already have probably logged on to Blackboard. And when you log into our website for Math 1550, you're going to see this course information page. This is where we start. The course schedule is at the top. You can see me at the bottom. And right now, if you click on Course Syllabus, this gives the course description, this Word document, which I have here. And again, this is what I would hand out the first day of class if I were to meet you in person. It talks about the best way to contact me being email, describes the course, talks about the textbook. Some of you have already emailed me to ask about that. We're using the 12th edition of Mario Triola's Elementary Statistics. It's an excellent book. I've taught out of the 11th edition a number of times. And the 12th edition, there have been some minor changes, but they're changes for the better. Rather than actually require a book, what we have available in our bookstore is an access code, because we like to use the My Stat Lab is the Pearson website. When you purchase access to this lab, you gain access to an electronic copy of the textbook as well as many other nice features, and we'll explore some of those today. But I thought I would show you how you can also save a few bucks. You notice $95.20 here is the price if you buy directly from Pearson rather than from our bookstore. And so I thought I would show you how to do that. So if you're on Blackboard, there's two ways I know to get here. One way is you can just go to any web browser and you can type in www.mystatlab.com, and if you do, it'll take you to the Pearson website. I also, if you click on the web links page at the bottom of the course materials here, this blue button, I also put a link to the textbook website. But once you're on this Pearson website, you will need to register. Unless you've, now some of you students already have an account because you registered for a Pearson product for some other course. And if that's the case, you can just sign in. But let's presume you haven't and you log in as a student. Okay? And it says I need three things. I need an email address. I know you have that. You need a course ID, and you need an access code or credit card. Now the access code is what you can buy for $111 from our bookstore. Credit card, that's another way to, and that again, if you use your credit card, you'll be charged the $95.20. So once we have those three things, we can register. Now, to get the access code, you could find it a couple of places. If you go to the syllabus, I have it here for you, Zachlin 31646, and I also posted it on that Blackboard page right here under the textbook website. So I need that. I have that. I just copied it. I press Control-C, and I'm ready to register. Enter your course ID. Here we go. Continue. I can either sign in, or again, if you have an account already. If you don't, you can create one, and this will work for you. But eventually, you will get there. Now, once you have an account to MyStatLab or the Pearson product, the next time you come to this page, you'll just sign in. And so you type in your username and whatever password you created, and you're ready to go. And it'll list the different courses that you have that you're taking. I'm teaching Math 1550 here, so I'm going to click on the course website, and this is what you see. And so it's funny because this course website has lots of features. Lots of features that you are not required to use for my course. I'm trying to teach this statistics course very much like I teach statistics when I am in the classroom with the students. And you'll see that we're going to have written homework, we're going to have written tests, and in many ways it should look and feel like a statistics class that you might take in a classroom. The only difference is that you're taking it where it's, at your convenience. You can do your work at home or at work, or whatever time you want to. But the feel of the course should be very much the same. The link that you are going to use here most often is this multimedia e-text link. And if I click that, notice that it's broken down by chapter. The Student Solutions Manual is here. The appendices are at the bottom. You can also click on a particular chapter and choose a section, or you can choose the review exercises and their videos. So these are features that you might use. Some of the other features I may show at the end of this introductory video, but I'm going to wait for now. When you log into the text, well, for example, this is what comes up. This is page 43. If I want to see it a little better, I can click on this, fit to the width, and now I can read a little better. This is the opening problem for Chapter 2, the Chapter 2 opener. And each chapter of the book begins with an interesting problem involving data and involving some ideas that we're going to study in the statistics course. We're going to start with Chapter 2 rather than Chapter 1. In my opinion, this is a better way for most students to begin the course, is to begin by taking a look at data. And so we'll study frequency distributions. Here's a distribution of some data about IQ scores of people that have been exposed to different levels of lead. And we'll also study what are called histograms. These are the first two topics I'd like to cover with you. Let me go back to the syllabus. We can come back to the textbook later. Oh, that's the course schedule. Here's the syllabus. Technology. I mentioned Blackboard system already, and I mentioned websites. It says students will need a calculator, TI-83 or 84, for this course. So you're going to want to find one of these. Most students can find one of these calculators. This is an older one, a TI-83. But you'll know, see that button right there, the stat button. That's the one that the TI-83 and 84 have that some of the other calculators do not. And you may use that calculator when you take your exams. It's encouraged, and we'll make good use of that calculator. I also have video recordings to help you, and so does the website. Oh, there will be 4 exams. These exams must be taken at our testing center, or some of you have already been making arrangements to take some of your exams elsewhere, because you know you're not going to be in the Kirtland area at all this summer, or maybe not for a portion of it. If you need to make such arrangements, please contact me as soon as possible. We can do this. That's one of the advantages of taking an online course. But I do need to know as soon as possible. I'd like your exams taken by 11 a.m. on the day indicated on the course schedule. Well, let's take a quick look at the course schedule. In all honesty, this may be one of the things you look at the most often. So again, if you click on Blackboard, the very first thing you see is course information, and here's the syllabus we're looking at now, but at the top is the link for course schedule. And so when you click on course schedule, you'll notice that this Monday is our first day, and we have one initial survey that I'd like you to turn in as if it were a homework assignment. And then there are 3 sections of homework due on Wednesday. We'll have another 3 sections of homework due on Friday. So we're moving very quickly through Chapter 2, through Chapter 3, through Chapter 1. and your first exam will be Wednesday, June 18th. So you'll have an exam about every 2 weeks. You'll notice we have exam on Wednesday, July 2nd. We'll have an exam on Friday, July 18th, and we'll have one final exam on Friday, August 2nd. You'll have a paper, which will be due on the 28th. That's explained in the syllabus also. But this kind of gives you an idea of what the mapping, what the course looks like. Let me go ahead and go back to the syllabus. Let's see. Oh, those of you that are local and are using our testing center, you need to know the testing center hours. Monday and Tuesday, the testing center is open from 8 a.m. till 9 p.m. It really is nice that they have these hours. Since you have 2 hours for the exam, if you are planning on coming later, you really do want to arrive by 7 o'clock to allow yourself enough time for the exam. Wednesday and Thursday, the hours are 8 till 4:30. They are open Friday morning, and they are open Saturday from 10 to 2. So these are things you need to know as you're planning to take our exams. The grades will be based on 500 points, so 80% of your grade is based on the 4 exams. You will receive up to 70 points for your written homework, and you'll receive up to 30 points for the paper that I mentioned. Homework assignments, you're going to work out, well, let me show you on Blackboard exactly where you find them. So I already mentioned that if you click on the course schedule, we will have the homework assignments listed by page number, and I also try to list where the answers are. Your book provides answers to all of the odd homework exercises, and so you can check as you're going, and I encourage you to check as you're doing your work so you know how you're doing. But I'd like you to work these out on paper, and so, you know, on a typical day of work, you're going to log into Blackboard, and you might click, for example, on this link that says Assignments. And so I can see the first few assignments have already been posted. This homework number 0, the initial survey, is there. But let's take a look, for example, at homework for Chapter 2, Section 2. It says here, it's page 51, 1 to 6, 9 to 11, 13, 15, and 27. So those exercises, again, are from the book. So if I go to the book, and you'll notice I have 2 tabs here. Typically what I'll do is I'll click on, say, Chapter 2.2, and I'll move to the homework. I'll kind of read through and move to the homework. And then, so here's the homework, I guess. Oh, actually, you know, that course schedule can help us. The course schedule tells me it begins on page 51, these exercises. So, you know, if I go to the e-text and type in 51, I'm right at the start of the homework assignment, which is kind of nice. And then typically what I'll do, if I look at the schedule, answers on page 768, so I might open another window and type in 768, and so as I'm doing my work, I can check the answers to the odd problems for section 2.2 down here at the bottom. Okay. So you're going to do your work on a separate sheet of paper, and when you're ready to submit your work, you're going to use either a scanner or a camera. And the scanner, either one is fine. I just need images of your work. They're going to be files on your computer. That, you know, you save them to your computer, and then when you log in, it says the assignment's worth 0 points. It's actually worth 2 points, but that I can deal with later. But if I click Browse, you know, it just kind of depends where you saved your file. Maybe you saved it under Pictures. I have a bunch of pictures there, but you'll have images of your work, and so you can then attach them to this and press Submit, and then that's how I'll receive your homework. And then later what will happen is I will grade your homework, and I can give you feedback. If you ever want to see it, you can click on My Grades, and a grade book will show up, and it'll tell you any comments I had about your homework, that kind of a thing. So that should talk about homework. Homework assignments are worth 2 points apiece, and I explain a little more of the grading here. The paper, this is your chance to earn up to 30 points, but the idea is, you're taking statistics for a reason, and it's to, what I'd like you to be able to do by the end of this course is demonstrate some statistical skill, to understand how statistics are used in writing and to be able to use them yourself. And so I'm going to give you more details about this later, but this can be a paper you write during the course, or it could be a paper you wrote for another course or are writing for another course. I'm not too particular about that. What I am particular about is your ability to demonstrate that you've learned some statistics in this course. So most of the students actually enjoy this assignment quite a bit. And then there's keys to success here. Oh, I should mention, a good way to practice for the exams are what are called the quick quizzes and review exercises. Okay? And these are at the end of each chapter. Maybe we can take a look at those. So if I log on to the textbook one more time, and let me go to the end of the chapter. It says end of chapter materials here. This is a good thing for us to look at. So if we click on page 74, I see the chapter quick quiz, and down at the bottom they start the chapter review exercises. And one nice feature of the online textbook is that each one of these chapter review exercises also has a little link, and if you click the link, it'll show a video of a professor. Actually, sometimes they show the author himself, Mario Triola, but of a professor that will be helping you to solve the problem. So all these are worked out for you. It's one of the nice features of the book. And speaking of video, I think that's the next thing I want to talk about. Above assignments, you see this button called YouTube Videos 2014. And I have been busy. Over the years when I've taught statistics in the past, I've tried to record the lecture examples I use in class. I typically use PowerPoint, and I can record what I'm doing. I have many recordings from the 11th edition of the textbook, but they are still very relevant because the textbook, while the examples changed, the material covered is the same. And so I think you may find that these videos will also be useful. So for example, when you're about to begin studying section 2.2 and 2.3, it may do you some good to click on this link, My Notes for section 2.2 and 2.3. It's exactly what I would do in class. It would be my opening lecture, let's say. And the nice thing is you could fast forward. You're in the control. You can rewind if you want to go over something again, or you can pause while you go take care of something. So there's some real advantages to taking a course this way, and I hope you'll get the most out of it that you can. Anyways, I called this Exam 1 Prep because these are the videos I have for chapters 2, 3, and then chapter 1. And of course, those are the first 3 chapters that will be covered on Exam 1. And I will be posting videos to help you prepare for the other exams over the next few weeks.